I thought the guys enjoyed the atmosphere in terms of the cup atmosphere. We challenged them for the last 2 days about their standards and their identity, and what we're really focusing on now is trying to create history for this football club. Is to get a trophy in that cabinet over there that at this moment in time has only got academy medals in, academy trophies in. So that's the challenge for us. We have another game in our schedule which we are loving. It's tough for the boys. We are literally down to the bare bones in terms of our roster, but I think we just have to utilize what we've got, how we use them, and I think the most important thing is that this set of players, the way they make me proud is that over the last 18 months we've had to suffer real adversity at times. After Saturday's game, we've been suffering. We've been getting criticism, rightly so. We've had to suffer in terms of that. We've had to take that, and I always think that set of boys never cave in. That set of boys never give up. That set of players actually perform and deliver is the reason why we brought them to this football club. We brought them to this football club because we brought characters to this football club, good people, hungry players, people that was going to fight, people that were going to play for the team and not for themselves. I think that's what sets this group of players up. Can we be better? Yes. Can we play a better style or can we create more chances? Yeah, we can do a lot better in a lot of phases. But I don't think anyone can question the character, the belief, the spirit of this team and this football club when things go slightly wrong. You know, I think we're not naive enough to think that we're there yet. We're nowhere near there yet, and we're not naive enough to think that we have to deliver for those supporters. Those supporters are the ones that is the reason why we're playing. There's a reason why we fight. And we want to make them happy. I want to make them happy. That's important. And these players have never, ever, ever, ever let me down. And I think the character that they show week in, week out, sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, is that I know when it comes to the crunch that they will run through a brick wall for this football club. And I think that should make us all very proud. That should keep us positive. And we go again in 3 days' time. And the players that the individual that I'm really happy for tonight is Stefanelli. Stefanelli, you know, I said a few things to him after the game on Saturday, and he responded incredibly tonight. That goal will help him. He is a top player, and he came in here. He's played well, and then we just had to take him out the firing line a little bit. Now I think he'll explode.
We'll get started with questions now. Michelle Kaufman first.
Congratulations, Phil. Obviously, it was a big game. You know, you started almost your whole starting lineup and everything. Just how important was this game for your team, and and how important is it for you guys to advance to the first quarterfinals in team history?
Yeah, I think I don't think there's time for rotation. I really don't. You know, I sat down and I spoke to Joseph and Leo yesterday. And Leo in particular, I spoke to him, and we've had a couple of conversations over the last 3 weeks. And I said to him really yesterday and he was fantastic. I said, Leo, where you want to get to? He's a really ambitious guy. He's got more talent than any striker probably that I've worked with at times. Where you want to get to, the types of levels that you want to get to, the best players play every week. The best players start every single game. And if you're someone from the outside and you're seeing that someone can only play 1 game a week or can only play 45 minutes, then there is a doubt there. And I think what he's done over the last 3 weeks, he's proven that now he's ready and he's durable and he's good to go. And he's feeling as good as he's ever done. These continual games will make him stronger. And you don't get hard or you don't get durable by sat on the bench. You don't get durable by being rested. We did that early on, which was the right process. And now with them two, they're going to play every single game. They're going to play every single game. They're getting better together. I thought Joseph tonight probably had his best game for this football club. And on Saturday against Orlando, he looks fit. He looks hungry. And I think now we're just going to go with it. And was that your question?
No, it was kind of but just that it was an important game.
It was an important game. We want to win the US Open Cup. And I think when you when you set out at the start of the season, you prioritize things. And what we said at the start of the season is we're going to go full tilt in every competition. Now you could see with Nashville tonight that their starting 11 probably told you a lot about where their priority lies. They played Columbus, they played Charlotte in the game previous. They've been on the road, and they are a consistent unit who are probably second in the league, who can afford to make those changes. We can't afford to make those changes. One, because we want to win, and two, because I think we're not in the right form to experiment with players in different positions. So we're going to go for it. I don't know. The game's tomorrow, I think, between Birmingham and Charlotte. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll find out who we play, whether it's Charlotte or Birmingham. We'll be going there and we'll be playing full hit again. And that's the only way to be. The best players want to play in every game. And, you know, I think the last 2 or 3 days or the last week has been a real education in terms of our educating the players about you should want to play in every single game. If you think about the basketball, we've seen some incredible basketball at this moment in time in the conference finals. They're playing every 2 nights. They're playing every 2 nights. They're playing 87 games a season. They're flying from East Coast to West Coast, playing night after night after night. LeBron James doesn't get rested. LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, they do not get rested. That's why they're the best. They train through the games. They do the stuff that's needed to be the best. And that's what we're educating them on at this moment in time.
Javier and Franco.
Good evening, Coach. Can you talk a little bit about Ian Frey, another young talent brought up to the first team, played today, center defensive midfield. He's a center back and did a good job. Can you talk a little bit about his first start for you guys?
Well, he actually played a lot of his academy career at centre midfield. It's only when he went to USL and then to MLS. USL, he's not played MLS2 really, apart from last week, where he went a little bit to the back. So he's played a lot of his career in centre midfield. We thought, no, we knew that he was ready. He's been training really hard. We thought we tried him. We played him on Saturday for 10 minutes just to give him that feel. He's another homegrown player that we've put into the team, and I think you can see from the first 14 to 15 games that we're gonna give these young players opportunities and chances, and we're gonna stick with them. We're gonna believe in them. There's 2 or 3 more kids that will get opportunities over the next 4 or 5 weeks. It was Ian's turn tonight, Schneider's turn tonight. In the past, it's been other players' turns. We've got a group of 5 or 6 that are playing a big part in that spirit in there. They're coming in with their energy, with their freshness, and Ian has got a big future. I think the one thing I'd say is we've got to keep our feet on the ground. The kid has had 2 years without football, and we've got to keep building him and building him and building him. He's not played 90 minutes in 2 years. So tonight was a big ask. He cramped in both legs, and but we're super proud. He was super emotional after the game last night, tonight, and we've got some outstanding young players.
Franco.
Phil, Rafa may curse at me here, but I have 2 questions for you. The first one, on the game, there was the weather delay there, and they had just scored. What was the message to the team there to come out? And then obviously Nico scores seconds later after the game restarts.
Yeah,
that's the first one. I do have a second one for you based on what we saw on social media yesterday from one of the largest supporters groups in La Familia. You just touched on wanting to make the fans happy, but what do you think you have to do and this team has to do to help turn around that sentiment, especially regarding you?
Yeah, I was really angry when I came in for the rain delay because of that lack of concentration. I thought we let a man go down the right hand side. We didn't defend the cross well, and I felt as if that time we were controlling the game. And but what I would say, as soon as we went to the rain delay, I just have a feeling that we're going to win those games. I think we're experienced at it. We enjoy it. It brought us back in. It gave us probably 10-15 minutes rest, and we got some fluid inside them. Just before the rain delay, we were going to take a striker off. We were making 2 substitutions. That gave us time to give Leo an extra 10-15 minutes of massage and stretching and fluid. So it gave us a little bit more time to make the substitution. And I think Nico's first touch of the game was a goal. So I think that was good and pleasing. And I always think that when we have these rain delays, is that we're experienced at it. We half enjoy it, and it almost toughens us up, that adversity. In terms of the reaction from the fans from Saturday, I honestly love our fans. I really do. I understand their frustration. I'm frustrated. I've been brought to this football club to deliver, and I've had incredible backing from the supporters and from the ownership here. And I think when you think about the ownership and their businesses, they're very loyal people. They're ruthless people, but loyal people. I think they know the work that we're doing. They trust the work that me and Chris are doing. The supporters are 100% behind the team. I know that from how they behaved on Saturday. Saturday was one of the best atmospheres ever. I understand their frustrations. For the negative comments that I've seen, I've had incredible support as well from our La Familia, and I feel one of them, and I want to deliver. I want to help this club deliver for those supporters, and all I would say is that keep trusting us. We want to deliver. We'll keep working hard, and that we are doing this for them. And I think that's key. I love them.
Last question, Xavier.
Coach, you talked about freshness. Today, Stefanelli and Coco looked like completely different players in the part that Stefanelli looked incredible, running all over the field and aggressive. Specifically, Coco, he was taking players on. He hadn't been doing that earlier. What clicked today with these guys?
Well, Coco and Stefanelli have come out the team. They, you know, when we went to the 3 midfield, Coco and Stefanelli came out the team. So they've had 2 weeks of probably. Coco played the last 2 games, but before that he'd had 3 games, no games. Stefanelli's not played for 3 games. He's played minimal minutes, say. So they should be fresh. They should be fresh. Think about Dixon Araujo, who's in there, who's played every minute of every game, who's on his own in there in terms of a central midfield player. We had to rest Ben Hart tonight. Sergi's fresh now. Kamal's played in every single minute of every game. Franco's had a rest. DeAndre had a rest in a couple of games. So we're just going to have to manage the minutes. But I think what you saw from Stefanelli and Coco tonight, you saw the benefit of in those wide positions, and Robert Taylor, is that you have to have freshness in those positions. The amount of work that's expected of them is inhumane, really, at times. So we're going to have to rotate them. They're going to have to come into the team, out the team, play 60, 30 minutes, whatever. But I think that was Coco's first 90 minutes of the whole season. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tonight, you know, he's probably been a sub that we've made on 60, 70, 80 minutes. I think 81 minutes was his most minutes. So tonight and on Saturday, I think we've seen what we've seen with Coco is someone that's played with real aggression and freshness. And the 3 wingers, I thought helped us win the game tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.